here's the deal. Doing this character kickoff has just been a crap show. All day long, I've had slow internet, won't load. I've done this 20 times. I got up, I bathed, I did my hair, put a little makeup on, and I started in at like 9, 10 o'clock this morning, and now it's at 8:20 tonight. I'm doing a shortened version. So clearly, I no longer have nice hair. So there's the deal. I was going to start with the whole Tiger King thing and say, hey, all you, what did they say, crazy cats and kittens.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carol at Big Cat Rescue.
But that didn't work. Okay, I was going to tell you the definition of courage, which is to believe in yourself and to do the difficult thing, even whenever it's hard. That's courage. Then I was going to show you a great TikTok video about how millennials and your generation, Gen Z, were like, hey, pay attention to climate control. And boomers like, doesn't bother us. What do we care? And then coronavirus pops up and says, this is a job for me. Not going to show you that because it won't upload. Then I was going to tell you about Ellen in this quote. When I say be kind to one another, I don't mean only the people that think the same way that you do. I mean be kind to everyone. And I think that's super important right now. I was going to talk about how, yes, we're social distancing, which is a wonderful thing. But I'm also seeing a generational distance that maybe between my generation and your generation, between your generation and the baby boomers, we're really seeing that big time, seeing a political distance between Democrats and Republicans. And I'm seeing a huge intelligence distance with people that ought to know better, don't know better. And then I was going to talk to you about being courageous and thinking for yourself. For one, watch this stinking news. It comes on at 5:30 every evening. There's national news. You guys know to listen to NPR Morning Edition. You know about the BBC. And you also know how to evaluate the credibility of sources. I beat that horse to death since you were in 7th grade. If a .com is like somebody's last name, .com, not good, okay? If it's a lawyer talking about medical evidence and him acting like an expert on it, he's not, okay? So think about those things and the credibility of sources. You know this. No scientific facts. Think about what Mrs. Hedrick would say. Follow the trail of evidence, solid evidence, okay? We know that WHO, World Health Organization, and the CDC, Centers for Disease Control, is telling us the evidence says right now, wash your hands 20 seconds, right? Okay? Keep your hands away from your face and don't go out if you're sick, all right? Offer help and assistance where needed. We're going to talk about that, but always be safe and know what the facts are about how this disease can be spread. And then here's the deal. Don't just believe what your mom and dad believes. Don't just believe what your friends believe. Know what you believe about this current situation, this pandemic. Look at the evidence. You're smart kids. Do this for yourself. And then have courage to believe in yourself and your abilities to think for yourself because you can.
This is my way of living, and nobody's going to tell me any otherwise.
Really miss you. Hope things are going well. Sorry this wasn't the thing that I wanted it to be, but, it happens. I'm going to turn it over to Chef Na to hand out the character cards with your virtual candy bars.
Miss Fry's kind of a jerk sometimes. I apologize on her behalf. We actually presented the character cards in a virtual staff meeting this morning. So I'm going to hand it over to Chef to hand it over to Miss Hedrick to give out the character cards. Action.
So you can see me right now. Okay. All right. Caught with character. It takes courage to do scary things. Anyone who has done drama knows that the drama closet, and particularly my sewing kit, it's very scary. Frankie cleaned and organized my sewing kit. Believe me, that takes courage. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you very much. Bravo. All right. Next one. Jasmine. We all know that Jasmine is one of the most creative people on the planet. However, it takes effort and dedication for her to do the work. It also takes courage. This term drama is performing into the woods. Well, that's what we were going to do, but before COVID-19 hit. Anyway, that doesn't detract from the fact that Jasmine wrote and adapted this play by herself on her own time, and it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there, and she has it. Thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate it. We'll do that next term.
So tell me, Curly, how do you know Miss Cross?
We went to Harvard together.
Oh, that's great. I wrote a hit play and directed it, so I'm not sweating it either.
Blake is a leader. He can be relied upon to do the right thing, to follow directions, and to encourage others to do the same. That takes courage in school and in life. Thank you, Blake, for being a positive role model for other students. Lexi is one of those, wait, what? Should I go?
Oh, you're good.
Am I on? Okay. Lexi is one of those special people that you are so glad to have around. I have missed her dearly, not having her in class this term. Hint, chef. She is always a model of all of our character traits. Today we were celebrating Valentine's Day. Obviously, this was written a little while ago. Lexi showed commitment to her classmates and teachers by making all of us Valentines. They were all brilliant. Lexi personifies everything we value here at JSC. We love you, Lexi.
Yes, that was very sweet.
Rihanna showed caring and respect this morning in my class, not this morning, but another this morning. She was finished with her work and she silently got up and began to organize and clean the classroom supply area, which gets pretty messy. It has never looked better. It was such a helpful thing to do all day. The students have noticed how nice the area looks and how easy it is to find things. Rihanna, I so appreciate that. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. That's it. Boom. Cut.
I'm up. Mermina showed real commitment, determination, and integrity in study hall. I have supervised various study halls for 20 years at JSC, and I've never have I seen a group more focused than I witnessed on February 13th. Every student came in, knew what they needed to accomplish, and worked hard the entire time without any prompting from me. I was more than impressed. Thank you, Mermina. This is going to sound a lot like Mermina's. Same thing for Oscar. He was in that study hall group too. Every single person came in and did an amazing job. I was floored. Gage Hathaway was in that study hall, showing commitment, determination, and integrity. Thank you, Gage. Jose was in that study hall and did the same thing. These guys, they all came in, didn't need to be asked to get to work. They just sat down, got started, and got a lot accomplished, and I appreciate it. Byron was in that group, came in, worked hard, was a real leader. And Bryce was in that group as well. So great job, Bryce, showing commitment, determination, and integrity, using your time wisely to get caught up. Lexi, Ms. Hedrick talked about this. Lexi showed real caring on February 13th. She made sure every student and teacher got a Valentine and some candy. And each Valentine was handmade, which always makes it more special. You're pretty swell, Lexi. Logan Morgan showed real determination term 3. He had a pretty rough run at school before Christmas. However, he came back after break and has done an amazing job. I know I had him for 2 classes term 3 and he excelled in both of them. Keep up the momentum, Logan.
And I want to reiterate that as well because Logan did kind of have a rough first semester and killed it third semester, which maybe is not the best metaphor to use right now, killing. But every time I caught Logan, he was doing like what he was supposed to be doing. He I think even went above and beyond on projects and was doing things because he wanted to learn, not because teachers were threatening him. So yeah, kudos, Logan.
All right, my next one is Kaylee Linehan. Kaylee has been a perfect example of integrity. Every single day since Kaylee has been at JSC, she has done beyond excellent in class, gets along well with her fellow students and teachers, and is always pleasant. JSC has really benefited from Kaylee joining us at JSC. Great job, Kaylee. Tyler Moss. Tyler really impressed me with his creativity. After an anonymous vote by all the students in my classes, Tyler's Dust Bowl ballad was declared the winner of all the Woody Guthrie-esque songs and poems. He worked hard and did a really fantastic job. Proud of you, Tyler. Quite the poet.
R.I.P. Joe Diffie.
Mason Kelly. While I was very impressed with the entire cast of Clue, the standout performance for me was Mason Kelly. He nailed his lines and had a really great stage presence. Also, he looks really good in sunglasses. So the Tony Award goes to Mason Kelly.
My turn. All right. So I just did these this morning because a lot of people really stood out to me that have been engaging this week, and I think that's really awesome. They could hide behind their computers, but they're not doing that. They're actually showing up. So the first one I have is Frankie. She's been an MVP engager in our online Weird English classes this first couple of weeks. It's awesome to see students' abilities to step up and continue to learn and grow and reflect even when things are strange and unusual. Hopefully she gets that reference. Thanks for helping hold us all together online, Frankie. Chloe Kessinger is my next card. Chloe's really taken time to do some great meaningful work this last week in our Weird English class. It's been a really bright spot in my day to see a new email, post, or comment from you, Chloe, throughout the week. I also appreciate your feedback letting Miss Fry, and I know how you're liking the class. Miss Fry, if I didn't already tell you, she said she's really liking it. So I told you now. Thanks, Chloe. And Devin. Devin has been killing it, and I just learned I shouldn't use that metaphor, I guess, at balancing studenting stuff and adulting stuff. Senior semesters are tough when you're ready to build an independent life, but you're still living in school world and finishing what you have to do here. I think he's been handling this super, super well and working really hard, and I really look up to that example he's setting for that. And Janie Brock. Janie is one of the most courageous young people I've met, especially in the way that she knows how to love people and care about people. She cares about people with her whole stinking heart, and she's not afraid to show it. By loving people so well, you show the rest of us how to be better, Janie. Yes.
I'm going to have to add one to the very end here because students are bringing in work, and Elizabeth O'Berry has written a nice letter to all of her teachers. And Mr. Oni's even has gum all over it, and I think it's because he has coffee breath.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. Oh.
That's so nice. Okay, so I think we're good on that's it for the character kickoff, right?
I do have to brag on Rihanna and Danny. They've done almost everything I've sent out, and I sent out like almost the whole thing for government and said, if you want to work ahead, you can, and they're just cruising right through it.
Cool. Nice.
Thank you. Danny's done well. Our two moms are kicking rear. They're doing well.
Oh my God! I wrote a hit play!